Tanayatu Huree Yamakiwatitra Naninati Satitra. Namaste, welcome. There's going to be some wind noise today, but that's okay. It's not a fail, it's perfection. Did you ever feel like a failure in your life? Did you ever feel like you failed at something? Did you ever feel like life was a failure, or some project was a failure, or a relationship, or things that you did? Is it actually possible to fail at this life? We like to drop questions here. Is it actually possible to fail? Is there even a such thing as called, that we call failure or failing? We will explore this today with a little quote from our non-physical friends. So namaste, welcome, welcome. This is day number 257 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365. One quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission, channeled through this one, from our dear non-physical friends and teachers, AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. And I'm hoping that you can hear above the wind noise today, but we shall see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It matters not. It only... We cannot feel. We cannot feel in this or anything. Oh, that's a spoiler, isn't it? And a big surprise to you watching this. But we see so much of this feel. And if you're brought up in the Western model of education and the world of work, the idea of failure is built in. If you're brought up in a Western religion, you literally have failed at being a human just for being born. So, the traditional talk about failures, maybe there isn't, but what is built into the society and the conditioning and the mechanism with the education and the religion and everything that grows out of that is that there's somehow something wrong. You've done something wrong. There is something wrong. So let's explore today life fail. Failure in life. Can we fail in life? Do you now see the gift in these living words? Do you now see the gift in your life? Even with all its challenges, even with all its seeming failings, even with all its foibles, do you see the gift? Can you now feel in these living words the gift? The gift you are giving to yourself. Be the gift. See the gift. The gift is life. And so we've obviously answered that question that no one had in their minds. I think we all know that we cannot fail. I think truly all of us deep down know that there's no such thing as failure. There's just another way. There's the way we expect things and what we want and desire, and then the way life turns out. And like in the quote here, sharing, the gift is life. And sharing, be the gift, see the gift is life. And if you are being a gift unto life, life will be always a gift unto you. Life is always a gift unto you. But if we are the gift to life and we see ourselves as a gift to life and we see all of life as a gift to us, then there's only gifts being passed around, exchanged, with no need, with no lack, with no adding, with no subtracting. We dance in the paradox. It's funny, I'm going to have to look up the word. There's a word in there, foibles, which I don't even know what it means. I have a vague idea, but I do not know what that means, foibles. Anyone who knows or would like to look it up now, with the word foibles, which is quite hilarious because this was channeled vocally through this one. And I've looked through it and read through it. This is one of the challenges with this channeled material, because it came through live vocally in our inner community Zoom meeting. I'm so close to it. It's like the eyes can't see themselves. When I read this material, it's like for the first time. And when there's things that may not be quite, that don't translate well, like, let's say, grammatically, or translate, completely from vocal to written, there are certain nuances and certain little things that are different in how you can speak. You can get away with more in speaking. There's more openness in speaking and tonality and body language than there is in the written word, because the written word is very, clear. And there's times that I'm reading that material and it's been received at the same time, and I can't see I can't see it. Katrina says, a minor weakness in one's character. Interesting. I had no idea what that meant. And you had to look it up as well. So, for those who didn't hear, this was the quote. Do you now see the gift in these living words? Do you now see the gift in your life? Even with all its challenges, even with all its seeming failings, even with all its foibles, do you see the gift? Can you feel these living words, the gift you are giving to yourself? Be the gift. See the gift. The gift is life. You are life, and the life is a gift, and all those little, what was it again? Minor weaknesses in one's character. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I can see how they put that in, because minor weaknesses is just the little things that we make into big things, or that society, religion, education, all of the things that are set up to judge, classify, subjugate, separate, classify, hierarchically separate again, put in. So you got a B in school, so you're below the A. You got the A, you're below the A star. You got the blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. You got the vice president's job. You're below the president. Who's the president below? All these little things, this minor foibles. I don't even know if I'm saying that. That's the way I'm saying it. I don't care. That's what it is. That's what it is to this one. Foibles. And so, yeah, can we feel it life? Of course we can't. We are life, and life doesn't feel, and nature doesn't make mistakes. And the goddess has perfected everything, and you are part of the perfected whole, expressing one part of the perfected whole. And so the invitation today is to look where maybe some still subconscious programming that has come through religion, society, education, miseducation, those types of things, and see, are there still underlying ideas of failure, still underlying ideas that kind of hold to this idea that you can do something wrong, that you can somehow not make it, that you're somehow not good enough. And I feel there is built into every human a little piece of this. Because by the very definition of this experience, we are the whole, the all of everything, appearing as a part of that. And we forget we're a part of that whole, as the agreed upon amnesia plays its part. And so if we are part of a unified whole, and we are, but we forget that we're part of that unified whole, there's going to be some idea of lack of separation, of some ideas of failing to be what you truly are. But whenever we see, like was shared yesterday in the quote, we begin to see that that's the very gift, the whole gift, and the whole, I can't remember what exactly the theme was, but it was around like the body and the world. Let's let this one just blow through us here. Let's get a little of this. a little windbreak with the soul being coming through the pine tree. It's, yes, it's the body and separation in the world is what gives the gift of experience at all. So we can begin to reframe any lack, limitation, separation, failure as the very way in which we get to experience anything at all. So we cannot feel, what was that? I thought I just got the ultimate good luck, apparently, getting bird shit on me, but no, it wasn't. But it did feel like something wet, but there's nothing there. This beautiful pine tree maybe just dropped something. I don't know. It's very strange. So there is no failure. Failure does not exist. Failure is a misnomer. You cannot feel life. You cannot feel to be life, but you can give your experience, give yourself the experience of failing at something in life, when in truth you are life itself. Life has no failure, life has no lack, life has no where that it is not. There's no way that we can not be what we are, but we can delude ourselves, we can forget, like this one did for the most of this lifetime. We can let that idea that is programmed into us of failure, of lacking, of less, and let that drive, that might drive the life. You know, some, like the pain of failure, the pain of a loss, the pain of not getting something, not doing something, sometimes drives the life and creates a, like a constant loop of trying to catch up and trying to make something happen or trying to do something. And the invitation in this contemplation today is just notice, is there anything subtle? It may be very subtle. Again, those drawn to these videos, you've been on the path for some time. Like the idea of failure, we know, I'm sure, is not alive so much overtly, but maybe those more subtle ideas. If you're born into the Roman real estate cult, for instance, you're born dirty. Born into some religions, you're born in sin. And you know, and then the law system says you're innocent until proven guilty, but in that's in theory, but it's usually the other way around. These systems and in the miseducation system and all of these things, they have those things built in. We have to classify. Oh, you failed that test. You failed to be a human by being born, and then you failed at being a good enough human by getting whatever it happens to be, whatever methodology they've made up to judge and classify. Maybe that has seeped into the life unconsciously, subconsciously, and just to see, this one's going to check in and just check with that and see, are there any little under the surface, very subtle failure patterns or failure ideas that are just so subtly under the surface that they're not seen. One that I could see, there definitely is one with this one. It's not, and it's not subtle. There's this constant idea of not living to the fullness. So that'll be like failing at being all that you are, which again, like everything shared, is ridiculous. It's impossible. But there is this feeling of like unlimited potential and just not even barely scratching the surface of the potential. So there is this continual theme with this one when I check in. And with that, there can be, again, when it's in a conscious, empowered way, that's the thing that can get you up early in the morning. That's the thing that can overcome adversity. That's the thing that'll push you past challenges and overcome things in your life. And in a kind of disempowered or an unconscious way, it can lead to just this constant want, this constant desire, a constant unease. There's definitely things dripping. There's something dripped in my head now. This is not bird shit. Maybe it's tree tears. One thing for sure is not rain. Okay, so let's leave it there. This is the contemplation for day 257. It's the invitation, if you feel called or not, is to just look at this idea of failure and all its permutations, maybe the not so obvious ones, and see if any of them have seeped into the life, and see if you can bring awareness to them and clarity to them to see that it's all bullshit. You cannot fail in any way, in any level, no matter what. And so now, as always, we are invited to drop everything. Drop the contemplation, drop every word from the 15 minutes and 50 seconds. Drop all ideas of past, letting go of the future. Even dropping now the idea of the present moment. Let go of sounds, let go of any idea of who you are, who you're becoming. We drop into a short sacred silence as we allow what is to be what is as what is. So thank you for joining this sacred silence, joining this daily journey, a whole year of quotes from the book. We are flowing nicely. Hope the wind was okay. Hope this little mic did its trick. And let's see. Katrina shared, I still dance around with the feeling of doing something wrong, but at least I'm catching it quicker. That's it. This is it. It's about awareness. Whenever we catch ourselves, I catch myself all of the time. Today I caught myself speaking to my son in a way that I would not like him speaking to me, and not so long before saying to him, speak to people in the way that you would like to be spoken to. Amazing to share these things. Quite another challenge to live these things as a human in forgetting. So thank you again for joining. If you're getting value from these transmissions, if they are touching you, I invite you to please like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And if you feel others would benefit and value from these, please share it with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to feel. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are